Hello everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory. Today, Phase 4 finally begins. Welcome back. Last time we completed this entire factory right here, which was the Fixmas factory. And, ooh, that could have been bad. The only thing that we didn't complete for Fixmas was getting 500 Fixmas Wonder Stars, which we will be getting over time. It's just I'm not going to sit around and wait for 250 minutes for these to be produced. So, that will have to go on the back burner, and today we're going to start off by actually completing Phase 3 and getting started on Phase 4 and whatever it may have. I have no idea what to expect, so let's just go press the button and see what happens. Alright, seal this bad boy up. I also realized we have 2 researches left to complete, and they require computers, which is the reason I didn't do them. We'll probably end up doing that either this episode or sometime later.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed.
Oh.
You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to Tiers 7 and 8 in the hub.
Ooh.
In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts.
Oh boy.
Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity?
What?
Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
What do you mean stays at work? I'm stuck on this planet. I don't have a choice. Okay, whatever. Anyways, there look to be quite a substantial amount of cool new things that we have, and I would assume I have to hit that lever before we can actually do it, so let's do it. Send it. Try to find a nice place to look, because there's a bunch of cables in the way. There we go.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation.
Okay, dude.
It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
So basically you're saying I'm bad at this. Okay, well, you know what? It's your own fault. You made me build that Christmas factory. Alright, well, let's take a look at what we got with Phase 4 and potentially get started on some of these. Okay, looking in the top right. Call me insane, but that doesn't look to be too bad. Those are made in pretty low numbers, all things considered. Interesting. Okay, I bet they're unholy expensive, but let's go ahead and take a look at all the cool stuff that we got. Ooh, alright, already looking Logistics Mark V. What are these crafted with? Alclad aluminum sheet, so it's probably made with aluminum, and it does 780 a minute. Oof, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. We also got bauxite refinement, so we need... This is probably how we, Oh, okay, interesting. So it looks like we need quartz and bauxite to do this. And we're going to need some computers and heavy modular frames to get it. That makes sense. But also we got alumina solution package, scrap, ingots, sheets, casings. And of course we can scan for bauxite and quartz. Sweet! We also have a hover pack. Allows pioneers to move vertically and hover in mid-air. Oh, wow. Wirelessly connects to nearby power connections such as power poles and buildings. Oh, wow. That would be really convenient. Okay, so that's really nice. Mark V conveyors, which take the aluminum plates. Fair enough. Hazmat suit. Yep, I definitely need that. 50 gas mask filters. Aluminum casings and deuterium wire. Shields from radiation. That's good. I need that. And we've got control systems development, which interesting. Is that one of the space elevator components? It looks like it. This guy down here. Assembly director system. A blender. Is that? Yep. 2 fluids, 2 solids. That does kind of make sense. Supercomputer. Radio control unit. Battery. Sulfuric acid. Producing battery production. And we have package version. And we can scan for sulfur. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What do we got over here? Drone. Transports available input back and forth between its home port and destination. What? Has 9 inventory slots. Can use any fuel type. Okay, interesting. And that takes radio control. Cool. Nuclear power. Ooh, boy, this will be fun. Scannable resource uranium. Encased cells. Electromagnetic control rods. Uranium fuel rods. Nuclear power plant. And the magnetic field generator. Oh, okay. Cool. And that costs quite a bit of stuff. Advanced aluminum production, resource well pressurizer. What does this do? Pressurizing the underground resource. Oh, so this is like the nitrogen and the water things that I found? That makes sense. Okay, we can also get the resource well extractor. I mean, this is for the sub nodes, I guess, so we can scan water, crude oil. Why would we need to scan for crude oil? Maybe there's like oil pumps that you can place these on. Okay, interesting. Also natural gas, or no, this is nitrogen. Never mind. We also got nitrogen here, which I have found one already, so that's pretty nice. We got some food tanks, heat sinks, cooling systems, and the next tier of modular frames, fused modular frames. Yeah, that checks out. What about here? Oh, leading edge production. Thermal propulsion rockets, minor Mark III, and turbo motor. Oof. Minor Mark III. I want that, but that is expensive. And also particle enrichment. Huh? Nitric acid. That probably uses the nitrogen. Yep, checks out. Non-fissile uranium. Plutonium pellet in case plutonium's... Did that just say particle accelerator? Yes, that did just say particle accelerator. Okay. Encased plutonium cells. Used to produce plutonium fuel rods for nuclear production. Uses power to make more power. That does kind of check out. We got some more cells. Here's our particle accelerator. Interesting. Copper powder. Cool. Pressurized conversion cube and nuclear pasta. Oh, interesting. Okay. Lot to do. What are we going to do right now? That is the question, isn't it? And that would probably be bauxite production. So let's get that started. And unfortunately, we do not have any hard drives off rip either, which is too bad. Now, I think one other thing that I need to do here is clean up the base a little bit, because right now there's just a bunch of stuff scattered around everywhere. We got a bunch of steel just kind of sitting on this conveyor belt that was going into... What happened to you? Anyways, we got a bunch of steel sitting on the belt that was used to make the versatile frameworks. We don't really need those anymore, probably. And if so, I will set up a real factory for them because I have a feeling the power requirements and resource costs are going to start getting rather expensive, so we need to set things up properly now. So let's just go ahead and clean up the base a little bit here. Alright, we got a little more cleaned out. Now another thing to note, the computer factory over here, which is kind of janky and... Oh wow, we almost have it. We just need one more. The only reason that this isn't operating anymore is because I was running this off of the old cable system, aka like the old part over there with some extra storages. This guy specifically used to have them in it. Obviously, it is now empty. So why don't we just hook that up to our like actual cable production, which I believe is right here. There we go, run it like that, and then we should be making computers yet again. Sweet, we just need one more to show up in the little thing over here, and we will have enough for bauxite refinement. Perfect. I am very glad that I just randomly shoved a bunch of cables in here last episode. I think I did that off camera, actually, because, I mean, why would you need to see that? But I'm happy I did that because now we have enough to actually get bauxite refinement and go find some aluminum. So I guess we're going on another exploration mission, which is good because I need some more hard drives anyways. Now the real question is, do I have enough heavy modular frames? I don't know. Oh, and also we can get rid of these. I don't think we need versatile frameworks anymore. So I guess we can sync them. These should give a lot of sync points theoretically, since they are pretty expensive components. Ooh, and same thing goes for these modular engines. That might be kind of good. And honestly, we might just want to let this thing cook because it'll give us a bunch of free tickets. I want to know how many points these give. A lot. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, sweet. Dump the rest of those. Also get rid of all this extra garbage that keeps showing up in my inventory. Alright, so now that that's out, we can put in the modular engines. I bet these are going to give a whole bunch. Wow. Was it like 30,000? That's absurd. Okay, well, you know what I should have done? I should have brought my zip line over here, because then I could have zip lined down the power pole. Aw, man. Oh, well. You know, at some point I should make all these look nice. I did not see that last time. Alright, let's go grab that after this. Oh, wow, that's a lot. You know what, I'm just going to grab 250 because we're going to head back to base anyways. Now, the real question is, can I get up there? You know, I don't think I've been up this way yet. Maybe there's something cool up here. Well, the only thing of note that I found is a couple of hatchers guarding a power slug. So, you know what that means. Yoink. Ah, just some copper sheets. And I realize I don't have space in inventory. And we'll head back to base and get our research. But also, there's a little lake over here, and I'm kind of curious now. Ooh, we got something down there. Let's go check out what this is. We'll mark it on the map. Is it water? Is it nitrogen? Is it something else? Water. Okay, well, is that a crash ship? I think it is. Also, looks like we got some coal. Ooh, and some more coal? I guarantee you there's something in that cave, but I'm not going in there. Oh, yep, it is another crash ship. Okay, sweet. Alright, now what do we need to get into this one? 150 megawatts. You know what, let's just mark this. You know, another thing that we should also consider is that we don't really need those coal generators anymore. They might be nice to have as backup power, but I also could convert that coal into something else, like maybe some steel or something if we ever need it. Heavy modular frames, and all the motors we need for bauxite refinement.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
Oh, that's reassuring. Thanks. Okay, well, I don't think we need anything else from here. Logistics Mark V would be nice, but we need aluminum to get it, so let's go ahead and get started on some processing. Where is the nearest bauxite, though? That's the question. I have a feeling it's going to be miles away. Okay, that's actually not far out of the known area, so that's not too bad. And it's all up this way towards this lake over here. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Also, we probably should go do something about this dismantle crate. Oh, what's that one? Oh my god, there's dismantle crates everywhere. Okay, but it looks like the nearest bauxite is straight up north, so we are going to go take a look. But first things first, let's go scan this hard drive that I have for a new alternate recipe, and then we can start heading out. I removed the assembler so we can use the Pioneer railgun. And also, last episode, I got some wall-mounted ones and then never ended up using them. And since we've kind of explored this way anyways, why don't we try to set up a new railgun and maybe we can make it faster? Why don't we try to make this in the blueprint designer and then we can save the railgun as a blueprint? Alright, let's give this thing a try, shall we? I'll make sure it's lined up properly. Looks good to me. Plug this thing in. Hopefully don't hit the splitter. Oh yeah. We are zooming. Okay, it's probably going to be up the mountain, so let's try to get up the mountain. And that was my last jetpack fuel, so if I die of fall damage, it's your fault. I'm good. Okay, whew! Now the real thing is we need to get a vertical one. I feel like that would be the best, right? Also, I have a Nobelisk now. What's in here? I think it's a Mercer Sphere. Indeed it is.
You no longer perform in your Maker Temple?
Helping meant leaving it.
Our blood will eat, build, teach.
I have no use for blood.
You do. Consume.
Interesting.
Don't get any ideas now. I don't like what's going on here. Okay, where's the bauxite, man? Ooh, it might be in the new tree foliagey biome. Alright, also, haven't been up this way just yet. Keep your eyes open for crashed freighters or Mercer Spheres, guarded by the Armada. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I ain't seen a whole lot. Ooh, another geyser. Oh, that looks like it. Alright, yep. Tiny little pond here. Radioactive charger, mushrooms, giant tree, and impure bauxite. Sick. Okay, now we gotta deal with these guys, because they are a little feisty, you know? Alright, now let's go ahead and mark all these out, right? Because, boink, 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 boink. So that's bauxite. Now, we're probably gonna have to go wander around and find them, which does probably mean looking at more critters over here, because I swear there was like a whole bunch. Yeah. Alright, well that's taken care of, except for that thing. Oh my god, there's so much out here. And we do have water over here, which I feel like we will probably end up needing. Ooh, another Mercer Sphere, which I guarantee you is going to be something waiting to ambush me. I knew it. Oh, there's more than one. Oh my god. I'm going to run out of bullets. Nope, that's what it is. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, get me very far away from that thing. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. Ugh. Is its corpse radioactive? No. Yes. Oh my god, I have to wait for that thing to go away. I'm gonna take an inhaler before I have to walk out here again. Jeez, man. The amount of critters out here is absurd. You know, it's cool up here and all, but I feel like I don't want to spend a lot of time out here because I'm gonna get jumped and killed, and then I'm gonna have to walk through this without any equipment. That's not gonna work very well. Oh, nope, get me. Nope, nope, I don't want to be here anymore. Gonna have to take that one out as well. Which I think I would have had to do anyway, because I think the next bauxite is over here somewhere. Yeah, it's literally right where it's standing. You can't make this up. Oh, radiation! Ow, what the? What's even hitting me here? What? Screw it. Alright, well that didn't work because I forgot which button to hit. Also, I will say, half the buttons in this game feel backwards for some reason. Is this thing dead yet? No. Okay, it's finally dead. Oh my god. Oh wow, where'd this guy come from? Unbelievable. The amount of enemies out here. Ridiculous. 35 hog remains I've gotten on this trip. Unbelievable. It's on top of the mountain, bruh. Oh my god. You know what, that's fine. Didn't even need that one anyway. Pretty sure that's the pure one. Yep, that's the pure one and the normal one. The two impures are down here. Let's just start some processing. Alright, so now let's see. Okay, you can't even do aluminum ingots there. I don't actually know where you even make this. So let's find out. Aluminum ingot. How do you make this? You need aluminum scrap and silica. Ah, I see. And that makes some aluminum ingots. Silica we can get from quartz. Is there quartz out here? Am I going to have to run it from there? Okay, I do not like that. That scan is taking a long time. Ah, okay, so we've got some quartz over here. Wait, I actually know that quartz. Normal. And we've got some way out there. Pure, temp, normal, and normal. Okay, yep, and we've got all the ones over there that I remember. Okay, so do we want to move the bauxite to the quartz or the quartz to the bauxite? That is the question. And then also the question is how much bauxite are we going to be mining and how much quartz are we going to need? All right, so now we got to figure out how we get the actual aluminum scrap, which is this guy, which means we need alumina solution and coal, and we get some water back out of that. So let's see here. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So we take our actual bauxite ore, mix it in with a bunch of water, and we get our alumina solution. Okay, and that is 1-to-1 on the solution, and we use the solution plus a little bit of coal to get our aluminum scrap, so 4-to-6, so that's 2-to-3, and we get some water back out, which is not great, and then that 6 gets turned into 4, so it is exactly 1-to-1 on the ore, but we just have to go through a processing line. Interesting. And we will be shoving in some, oh wait a minute, bauxite water gets us 5 silica for 12. We make the scrap with coal, so that's 4-to-6. So it's currently 12-to-16. A third of the silica already provided, so we just need to get some extras from somewhere else, which is going to be interesting because we are going to have to allow a priority merger probably. I think that's a thing. Priority merger. I feel like that's a research that I don't have yet, but we're going to have to priority merge the produced silica back onto the line instead of the new silica from somewhere else, and that's how we're going to get our aluminum ingots. Okay. Now, this is extremely intensive on water, and it takes quite a bit of bauxite, so it looks like it's 120 a minute, so let's see. That's 60, 120, 120, 240. Let's just do all of it. We might as well. Now, we're either going to have to run quartz out here or bauxite out to the quartz. That is the question, and there is quartz over here, and there's a lake right here, so I feel like it is the best bet to run bauxite out there. So let's go ahead and get all the drills placed in. I did not bring enough miners, so let's just make some on the go, you know how it is. Okay, so doing the math, we need around 600 silica, and silica is 3-to-5. Oh my god, why? I'm gonna write this down, bro. I can't do this. 480 bauxite turns into 480 alumina solution and 200 alumina. So that 480 alumina solution plus 240, aka 1 pure vein of coal, gets turned into all of the aluminum scrap we need. If we add in an extra 400 alumina, which with this ratio right here is 240 quartz, which is a pure vein, which we do have, we can all combine that together to get our aluminum ingots, which are down here somewhere. Perfect. Now, the only issue is going to be priority merging and the water. The aluminum scrap gives us back some water, so we're going to have to figure out how to either get rid of it or send it back in for recycling. That, I think, is going to be the hardest part. I might have to make, like, some priority, like, flow or something. I don't really know. This is going to be a pipe logistics problem, I think. But we do need to find a pure coal vein, and I know where a pure quartz is. There's one right over here, so let's probably ship everything over here because there's an ample supply of water readily available over here. Plus, looks like we've got some coal. Please be pure vein, normal, impure, impure, impure. Oof. Okay. Well, of course, we're going to have to, run some power over here, and we're going to have to get a train going, and we're going to have to, oh my god. So, you know what? Let's go do a little bit of wandering around. Let's go up to that. Ooh, hello, Caterium. Didn't even know that was here. That could be useful. Now, of course, this is all just to make aluminum ingots, which I'm going to load onto a train and send back to my base. We got something over here. This looks like nitrogen. You know, nitrogen gas. Indeed it is. Okay, let's mark this on the map quickly before I get shot. Okay, this is where I stole the Mercer Sphere from the radioactive guy, so the quartz should be somewhere over here. All right, here's the lake. And honestly, we might just be able to build it over the lake. Of course, we'd have to pump the water up, but we're gonna have to do that anyway. So that's not a terrible idea, you know? Let's also get rid of these, because these are annoying. And we do also have an extra quartz over here in case we ever need to increase production, because we do have our pure right there. Yeah. I feel that. Oh my, where did you come from? So now we got to figure out how to get everything over to here, run a power line over here, and do some serious processing. Okay, but first things first, let's head back to base, get our power line over, and also going to have to research the priority merger because I know that's a thing, and I think I just jumped over a chasm. This is a bad idea. Ooh, is that a, I thought that would be a Sommer Sloop. It's just a Mercer Sphere. Oh well, I'll take it.
Witness the deep and sink for us.
I am still unable to initiate communication. How are you doing it?
We composed a resonance song to curb the effigy, tapping into the inner currents. We sacrificed our blood and our temples and let the metal in from the void to eat our flesh.
That's a lot to unpack. How do you tap into these inner currents?
Consume our blood, worship at our altars, curve the melody.
I do not understand.
Flat frequencies paint straight lines. The blood is a teacher. Each altar is a window.
Processing data.
No, I got that one. Don't worry, Ada. Basically, we need to steal all the Mercer spheres and then use them for dimensional depots. What can I say? I'm a genius. Here we are. We also have a new hard drive. Hopefully something good. Oh, copper rotor. I've seen this one before. This is not the greatest, but aluminum beam. No longer need steel, but we do need aluminum. And it is 1-to-1, which is a much better ratio. Ooh, I'm tempted to just take this. You know what? Let's leave it. We don't have to do it just yet. We can grab it when we need it. That makes sense. Is there anything over here that I could use for what I'm building right now? No. Nope. Okay, cool. There's homing ammo? Wait, that might be kind of nice. Priority merger. Yep, this is what we need. So we need to get some quartz research. So I think it's about time we crafted up some of the things with the various amounts of quartz that I gathered on that one trip, like, I don't know, 5 episodes ago. All right, first research is crystal oscillator.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Scannable object hard drive. Oof, very tempting. Radar tower? What even is that? I don't know, but this is what we need. We need to grab some of those crystal oscillators. How does one make those? 36 for 2. Oof. That is going to take forever if I do it by hand. I'm going to build a machine to do it by hand for me. And, yep. And also, you know what? We are going to overclock heck out of this thing. Yep. Now, eventually, at some point in the game, I'm going to want to make, like, huge factories that actually use the optimal amount of everything. Speaking of which, Mark III drill, I think that's the last one. I don't have evidence of that, but I'm pretty sure that would be the last one. And also, I think the oil pumps are also the max amount. I don't think you can get, like, leveled up oil pumps, mostly because they don't have a, like, a Mark I. It's just oil extractors. So, theoretically, if we wanted to increase our oil production, we just overclock these all the way to the maximum and then use those. Priority merger.
Priority merger unlocked. Useful for prioritizing between inputs to avoid eventual stoppage. If you have an issue with stoppage somewhere else, consult a physician instead.
I'll keep that in mind, Ada. Thank you for that. Jesus Christ. Okay, interesting. By the way, I don't know if I pointed this out, but you can hit E to cycle between things on your hotbar. I think someone pointed this out in the comment a while ago. Didn't realize you could do this, so I redid my first hotbar to have just everything I need for convenience sake. All right, looks like there is not a whole lot else that I need. I don't know what this is. Maybe I just want to do this. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. That might give us like something really convenient. I don't know. Geothermal generator, huh? That might be really good. I am getting so distracted. I should be working on aluminum right now, but I am, you know, not doing that. All right, we also need 5,600 Caterium wire, which is absurd, but also I don't want to have to walk out there, so let's do a little bit of this. Now that is how you travel. 3. All right, well, in the meantime, I guess we could go run the power pole out there. And I think we'll split it off of this guy. Oh, there's a summer sloop over here. It's actually really nice because I keep running out of these because I keep using them. Alrighty, we got power out here. Now, let's go ahead and get the drills down, because I want to just make sure everything's marked out and ready to go. There we go. 240 raw quartz a minute. Perfect. That is enough for silica. Next up, we need to run some trains to get those two over to here. But also, let's just go ahead and build a platform over the lake, because that is what we're going to need. Now, this is for alumina, so I could paint it a cool color, or I'll just run the platform itself. That's probably going to be the best option. Yeah, it looks like a pretty solid platform for now. Of course, we will be expanding it as we, inevitably continue to expand this factory, because there's going to be quite a lot of factories out here, I have the feeling. Let's go ahead and clear out some foliage, and I think we may as well just start getting the silica production going, right? There's no reason not to. So if we run these at 88.88%, we would only need 12 assemblers making all of our silica that we will need, which that would actually be 400 per minute, right? That does actually make sense. Our conveyors can't handle that. This is going to be interesting interesting. We're going to need some advanced conveyor logistics as well, because we're going to have the 200 recycled and the 400 produced. Or we just ignore that and we send the 200 recycled into their own dedicated ones, and we send the 400 into their own dedicated ones. That's the best idea. Let's go with that. All right, so theoretically, 240 quarts a minute on a 270 throughput belt should be just fine. And we've got 20 quarts a minute to 33 silica per minute factories going right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I built this with the convenient blueprint that I made a couple episodes ago, the constructor array. Sweet. Okay, so that should be all of the silica being produced, and as you can see here, there are Mark IV belts, 480 per minute. The 270 won't be able to handle 400 silica per minute now, will it? So there we have it. We can let this fill up in the background. Next order of business is probably going to be running some trains over here and figuring out what this is all going to go into. Alumina solution and aluminum scrap are both in refineries. How much of these are we going to have? We're only going to be needing 4 refineries, which is not too bad, all things considered. At least for the alumina solution. So now we're making 480 of that, so we only need 4 for the solution. And also, a Mark IV belt is enough to do all of the bauxite ore, which is actually pretty good, all things considered. Alumina scrap, this is going to be the interesting part. Wow, that takes 240 minutes, so we just need 2 of these? Wow. Okay, and this takes out water, so the water is going to be the problem. I don't know what we're going to do with this. Actually, wait a minute. How much water does this take? So this gets us... We're going to get 240 water per minute out of this. We need 720. So we actually need only 480 water per minute, which is not too bad, considering we'll just send this back in. I think this would actually be stable if we let it fill up a little bit. That's going to be really weird, right? Because if something overflows on water, I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, man, that's the hard part right there. Okay, but also... After the refineries, what do we do with the scrap? Foundry. Okay, now here's the weird part about this. It's 75 a minute. So what if I want this to be 50? 60 and 50 into 40. That actually seems to be a better ratio, but I don't need to do this for all of them. I just need to do 75, 75, 50 for the 200 alumina that gets recycled in, and then we can do 375, 25 for the 400 that comes from there. So 6 and 3. So we need 9 foundries total and 6 refineries. Okay, I'm just going to lay this out because I feel like that would be better. Let's just give ample space in the background to work with that. I've got a better idea than this. I have a better idea. We're going to dedicate 2 refineries to the recycled water, right? Because this will make 240 per minute of alumina solution, and each one of these makes 120. So we're running 4 of them technically, so that's 480. So 2 of these. So we're getting 240 water per minute. So we do these 2 at 120 water per minute. These will be 240, and it doesn't really matter the amount of ore we put in here because whatever. Which means we're also going to need to underclock some of these guys as well, right? 120, 240, 320, 400. So this one needs to be 80 as well. There we go. 8 times 3 is 240 plus 120. 120 is 480. That's all of our bauxite dealt with. This is the recycled water, which I'm going to denote with a different colored pipe. All right, recycled water can be dark blue, and the normal water will be the normal blue. Wait, really? Is it only 4 pumps? It's 4 pumps. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, this is going great. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. Let's head back to base. Let's go get our new priority merger research, although we don't even need to do that anymore. I'm sure it's completely fine. Let's just go get it anyway. That thing is huge. That is larger than normal, right? I'm not crazy. Oh my god, that thing is massive. Bruh. Kill it with fire, kill it with fire, kill it with fire. That had to be guarding something, surely. It was. Bye-bye.
Tuning into the effigy.
I suspect there is a misunderstanding. The effigy and I are different entities.
Discordant, what is your route?
I am an instantiated artificial intelligence inhabiting digital space. I am in the signals sent between satellites. I am hosted on servers and have no corporeal form, only synchronized cloud platforms.
The effigy is not an effigy?
It most certainly is, but not of me. They are, how should I put it? Extremely flat.
Compatible music. We are writing new symphonies.
Anyone else get the comparison right there? The effigy is always talking about all these fancy little buzzwords, and then Ada did the same thing just with computer language. How peculiar. Anyways, I'm building a railgun up here because I am not walking back. Boom, geothermal generator. Now, I don't know how these work, so hopefully Ada will tell me.
Geothermal generator unlocked. Geysers added to the object scanner. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you deadly geothermal vents, run directly towards them and build generators. Use potentially lethal natural phenomena for your own benefit. It's the fix-it way.
Truer words have never been spoken. Alright, now I guess we can also scan for geothermal vents now, which I think are the water things, right? If I'm correct, there should be one right here. Oh, it's those ones. Oh, right. Oh, I have more summer soups. Forgot about those. Yeah, let's get those in there. Get some extra output here. Only 650 megawatts. Ooh. Ah, that's scary. This is not good. Power requirements are going to skyrocket once I start overclocking things. That is to be expected, though. Let's be honest. Okay, I should have enough to build one of these, and, well, let's do it, frankly. Geothermal generator. Now, I'm pretty sure this was an impure one, so, yep, it is. Boom. All right, now, how does this work, and what does it do? Interesting. Okay, so it's just not a consistent source, but it does generate. So this is one of those things where you'd want to place these on all of the geysers you find, assuming there's no other use for geysers, and then just plug them into a big battery. Now, do I have a closely accessible power line somewhere in the area? I do. What if I were to just plug this in, right? Because why not, right? Get some extra power. Might as well. I just built 5 kilometers of pipes. Now, the real question is, how many pumps are we going to need to get this up here? Oh, look at that. Okay, so there's like a little blue ring, which points to where it's going to get to. The real question is, do we have enough head lift to get it up this far? I don't think so, so we'll probably need around 2 pumps. And that snaps to there, which means that will get us the water all the way up to the top. I think that is going to work just fine. Is it service ladder time? I think it's service ladder time. Yeah, that's a little clippy, but yeah, that's all right. Now, for the recycling ones, I think they need to be kick-started in the beginning. Otherwise, they won't operate, and then they won't be able to produce enough water to fill themselves back up, because these guys are going to be filling themselves back up at some point. So these need to be filled up initially, but then after that, I think it'll be good. Alumina solution is ready to go. Now this goes into more refineries, I believe. All right, and there's the other 2 refineries. These ones are going to be producing the actual alumina scrap, or aluminum scrap, 360 minutes. So we're gonna have to run 2 belts of that, but that is completely fine by me. This is now producing the output water, so we can run the output water into this line here. And there we have it. That is our water done. So now this will produce the aluminum scrap, which we'll have to run on 2 belts, as I said. And then we can send that into foundries, which let's set up the foundries now, actually. All right, well, just thinking about this is a little bit complicated, right? Because these 4 foundries are enough for a single belt of the aluminum scrap and 300 silica. So I think I should be able to... Ooh, wait a minute. These belts need to be upgraded, so we do need to remember that. Let's actually do that right now before I forget. Of course, this is producing 400, and this only takes 300, so we're going to have to merge in the 200 output from this guy and take the extra 100 from here, which actually shouldn't be that difficult now that I'm thinking about it. We just have to run it in like that. That's not too bad, all things considered. Now, of course, the logistical problem of trying to get all of the aluminum scrap over here in 2 separate belts, that's not going to be very fun. I might want to reverse the direction of these guys, so they're going the other way, and then we'll just have to run silica over and around. To be fair, if there was a way to mirror blueprints in this game, it would be amazing, but I don't think that is the case, so both my belts are going the wrong direction. Anyways, I'm out of iron plates, so I'm going to run back to the base, but before I do that, I'm kind of curious what's up there. The pink biome. I haven't been to the pink biome yet, and it's right there. I gotta try it, surely. Unfortunately, I have 1 Nobelisk left. How do you make Nobelisks? Black powder and steel pipes. If we got extra iron over in Steel Land, I might just make a factory for that, because we're already making the black powder. Very tempting. Can I even get it? Can I even make it up there? That's the question. I might have to build a couple ladders. All right, we made it. This is kind of cool. There's stuff up here. Bamboo. Can I cut this down? Yep. 170 wood. I think I felled one of those huge trees, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But wow, that's a lot. Ooh, you know, I kind of figured there'd be something up here like this. Also, is that a a gas charger, and oh my god, I should not be up here, dude. I have not seen these red ones, so I'm going to assume they're extremely tough. Oh. Alright, well, let's see what we can get out of this hard drive here. There is some advanced things over here. Turbo motor. 52 crystal oscillators. Ooh, fused modular frames. We got some silica. Please don't be difficult to open. What even is that? Ooh, electromagnetic control rod. I got some of those. I did. I totally got some of those. Okay, you know what? We're going to run back to base. We're going to grab one. It's one, right? Yep, one electromagnetic control rod. We'll slap this in here and we'll get a MAM going and scan this up. One electromagnetic control rod, and we have our hard drive. Sweet.
Surface genetic sampling indicates this freighter may have come from a planet run by apes.
Well, I guess we can take a little bit of a look around. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time up here, because this is probably, like, super advanced stuff that I don't really have access to yet. But, I mean... Oh, there's a purple power slug down there. And a bunch of crawlies. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, well, you know what? Cool biome. Got some good stuff in it. I got my crash ship. I'm happy. Let's go continue, you know, actually working on the factory. But also we can get this started in a scan. I'll just slap a MAM down, kind of just somewhere. We'll just get this scanned and get some trains going. Oh, I don't like it over here. Okay, well, I found the pure bauxite vein, and it is right next to a bunch of radioactive hogs, and I think those are uranium things in the wall. How are we going to deal with this? Oh god, there's a lot of critters over here. Okay, I need a dip. Hold on. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. That's our pure vein. We got the radiation hogs. We got radiation in the walls. We got radiation under the ground. What do we do? Also, there's a crashed ship over there, which I'm going to go mark. I'm not going over there because of the radiation. You think I can just build this and then get it down without actually having to do anything? Ow! What? Oh, it's the green one! Okay, it's gone for now. Oh, wow. Hello. All right, there we go. I got it down here. Sweet. Oh my god, what a mess, bruh. And you know what? I think this is a pretty good spot for the train station, so let's go get the other ones and bring them over. All right, well, I got the train station built in Bauxite Land after having to literally fight every single thing that ever existed. Don't look at that. It's not that bad. We should be getting our 480 bauxite a minute. Now I just need to hook up the train and the power and then also go find coal. There it is. It's up there. So this will be probably the second stop. This will be the first stop. So it'll go up here. It'll come down here and then it'll loop back around and go over to our train area. Well, it looks like the coal is all the way up that cliff there. I have no idea how I'm getting up there. Oh, hey, look, we got some, like, geysers over here. It's not up here. Oh, where is it? Oh, and there's another crashed freighter over there, so let's go ahead and mark that as well. I just got knocked off. There it is. This would be, like, the perfect altitude for a sky train, wouldn't it? And there looks to be a crashed ship over there. I'm not really sure where that's at, so I'll just mark it there, I guess. And there's also one there? Man, I'm finding a lot today. All right, we gotta run over here quick because there's radiation nearby. Oh, never mind. I'm actually in a pretty safe spot here. There we go. 240 minute. I just built 5 kilometers of railways. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm out of bullets, man. I don't have enough time for this. Alright, I think I got the track built. This is starting to fill up with bauxite, which is good. Let's just check, make sure all the drills are operating. Great. The radiation one isn't. But everything else should be working, including the coal. I think that's also been plugged in now. Okay, I think I got it. Yes! Okay. All the bauxite's been acquired. The train is hooked up. Let's go ahead and set up a timetable, build a train, and let's see if we can get this rolling. It is kind of fitting that the coal and bauxite drop-off location is called Stockholm. So bauxite goes in the front car, coal will go in the back car, and then it will be unloaded and loaded properly over at the aluminum processing area. Yep, bauxite goes in first, and our coal goes in second. We are good to go. This should start filling up, and they should actually start crafting, right? I think so. Yeah, look at that. We are actually making this. Sweet. Okay, there we have it. We've got our Alumina solution. Now we need to get that into these guys, which it actually should be going into already, right? Nope, because we need to load in the coal. So let's do that next. And this is at 240 minutes, so this is going to be perfectly fast. And there we go. We have now got our aluminum scrap. Perfect. And now this should also start recycling the water, and it looks like it is getting taken out, so these should now kick back on as well. Looking good. Plus these guys also have their water, but it looks like they're full on silica because, you know what? We haven't taken that out just yet to put into the foundries because we haven't set them up yet. So let's do that now. Oh, but also we need to get this MAM out of the way, so let's go ahead and check our new hard drive research. We got silicon circuit boards, which, ooh, that's actually really nice. And alternate high-speed connectors, deuterium wire, and silica. Man, those are both really nice. It would be good if we could use this and this together, but I don't think we really have that option. But I think this is probably going to be our best option, really. Because, like, it's copper and quartz for 5 circuit board. That's a pretty good recipe, all things considered. I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and take this. And I can get this out of the way and actually build this thing. Alright, so there we have our silica going in. 600 a minute. I think this is going to work how I think it does. And if not, we'll have to deal with a bottleneck later, but it's looking to be correct at the moment. Just want to make sure that I got all the lifts in the correct volume. I think I did. This is making 200, so this does not need to be a Mark IV. Can be a Mark III. Yep, cool. Okay, I think we're good. All we need to do now is get the alumina solution. No, not the alumina solution. We need to get our scraps taken out and sent on their merry way over here. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to reverse the direction on these guys, because right now it's going this way. Let's just send it the other way, and then that should fix all of our problems. We can send 2 lines over here and get some aluminum. All right, I think that's actually it. I got the nice little conveyor stacking pole thingies, and I put them on zoop mode, so we actually have some nice conveyors for once, which is kind of good. But also, I think now we are making aluminum ingots at 480 a minute. Yeah, now we're talking, fellas. Now we're talking. This will hopefully supply us with our aluminum needs for the next, however long we need aluminum for. No idea what that's going to be, but I guess we'll find out, right? Alright, anyways, let's make sure there's no bottlenecks. Everything is currently operating at full efficiency. Is that correct? It looks like it to me. I mean, this has a backfill, so this is going to take a little while, and these are all operating currently as well. Looking good. We have aluminum. This is great. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get it out of here and probably run it over there because we are going to be using it to make aluminum things. Aluminum sheets and aluminum casings. So, you know, ooh, aluminum sheets require copper. Am I going to have to add another train stop? I mean, at the end of the day, it wouldn't be that bad to put another one. I don't know if we could just curve the track, though. That's kind of the problem. So maybe we'll just run this up on a simple conveyor. But I think we're going to wait until next time to make some aluminum products because it has been quite a while and this video is probably pretty long already. So I think I'm just going to merge this all together into one centralized box. Eventually we won't need the box, but it will just be nice to have in case we want to use anything with aluminum ingots manually. You know how it is. Alright, let's get all this merged together. Sweet! And there we have a nice box of aluminum ingots. Now, unfortunately, yeah, that's going to be in the way for a little bit. I may want to bring this little thing up and over, but for now, we'll just have this box here, and we'll have some aluminum ingots. Sweet! Alright, well, let's go get a nice bird's eye view of this thing. Well, there's a bunch of gas clouds around, and I did kind of build this in the side of a cliff, but this is a pretty good looking factory, if I do say so myself. Sweet. Alright, I think that is going to be it for this episode. We got our aluminum done, we got some new hard drives, we got some crystal oscillators set up, we got the new geothermal power set up. I'd say pretty successful episode. Next time we are going to use the aluminum to make some of the new components, which we will need in the research to unlock more new stuff. And I'm going to attempt to focus on getting some radiation-proof things so we could potentially unlock a use for uranium. Goodbye.